Welcome to Ask Ms. ERP. The topic of this video is what is not an ERP? Hello everyone, Ms. ERP here. In the last video, Do All Companies Need an ERP? I implied that an ERP can do most, if not all, of your back office processing. While this is generally true, please do only what makes sense. The functionality I will mention in this video certainly may be able to be performed in an ERP, depending on how complicated your requirements are. I will mention functionality that is generally not an ERP's forte, particularly if your needs are complex. And of course, these comments will apply to some ERPs and perhaps not to others. There seem to be some assumptions about what an ERP can or cannot do, so I will try and address those here. The big point to remember is that an ERP is a transaction processing system. It is designed to handle large volumes of transactions, such as journal entries, invoices, purchase orders, sales orders, and the like. This detailed data provides the foundation for summary-level reporting, from which business decisions can be made. ERPs generally have quite good reporting capabilities, but do not consider it a true business intelligence tool. If you want to do forecasting or what-if analysis, you are likely better off using a true analytics tool, sometimes called an Enterprise Performance Management or EPM system. Some ERP vendors also sell EPM systems. Similarly, planning and budgeting are sometimes done better in an EPM. There is likely a place to record your budget in the ERP once finalized, but the collaborative changing required of numbers as part of the actual budgeting process doesn't generally fit well within an ERP. It functions much better with fixed data. Again, most ERP product vendors have a planning and budgeting tool that can be integrated to your ERP. For these situations, ensure that the ERP remains the source of truth for your transactional data. If the detailed data is changed in your analytics tool, you will end up with a reconciliation nightmare. Best would be a one-way feed from the ERP to your BI or planning tool. Budgets can come back into the ERP once finalized, handy for budget to actual comparisons as the actuals will be in the ERP. The ERP should also be the source of truth for master data, like chart of accounts, vendors, and customers. See video 28 if you would like more information on ERP master data. The same logic applies to project management. Actual financial transactions from a project must end up in an ERP general ledger, but that usually comes from invoice processing. The typical scheduling and resource management, if not complicated, could be handled in the ERP, but this is something that may be better handled by a specialized project management tool. Another thing that an ERP is not is an integration platform. While most ERPs provide mechanisms such as standard templates with which to bring in transactions from other systems, you will need another tool to actually orchestrate the data being sent from an external system to your ERP. The same applies for master data that typically comes out of the ERP to other external systems. Please see videos 25 and 26 if you would like more information about ERP integrations. An ERP system is also not to be considered a real-time critical operations data system. What I am talking about here are industrial systems to monitor temperature, water, food, energy, infrastructure, and more to ensure that they all function safely. And you get the idea from here. ERPs should also not be used to autopilot airplanes or operate heavy equipment.
Autopilot engaged.
Obviously, there are many other things that an ERP is not. It cannot drive a vehicle, it cannot make you coffee in the morning, Though if you have transactions to record these activities, they can certainly be stored in an ERP. ERPs can also generate alerts to initiate any activity if you do want a reminder to make that cup of coffee. Depending on which product you're looking at, most ERPs can do most business transaction processing. Some do some things better than others, so you need to do your homework and ask a lot of questions. But more importantly, the more research you do on your requirements before trying to find the perfect system will pay off. Please see video 13 on requirements if you would like more info on this topic. The more clear you are on what your company needs, the more likely you are to find the best solution. This concludes the What is Not an ERP topic. There is a link on askmizerp.com to email me to ask questions or suggest topics for future videos. Or you can just add comments on any YouTube video. Please subscribe to my channel. Thanks, and see you on the next video.